Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
Everyone, and welcome to the morning show. It is a Tuesday. It is a Monday for me. Is it Tuesday? Okay. He gave me that. I can't remember. The whole Halloween or the whole Thanksgiving and all the stuff and things gets me all messed up. But we have a sweet, sweet guest here on the program today. She's going to keep me straight. She's going to remind me what day of the week it is and then let me know all of the fun things going on at the Wellston Library. So welcome. Our good friend Megan is here, and we're going to talk about all things Wellston Library today. So how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am great. And she and I have been discussing Christmas decorating off of the air. And we both decided that we're not the master Christmas decorators of all time.
Nope.
It's a hard thing.
There's a lot of work to it, that's for sure.
And then it's like, once you get it decorated, that's the fun part, but then you have to take it down too, and that's depressing.
That takes so much longer, I feel like.
I know. And you're like, undoing it is not pretty.
No, it's not. Trying to get it all back in the box too, that's not.
How does something come in a box this big, and then you go to put it back, and it's like a tote?
Yes.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
It's not right. Some people know how to pack stuff. Evidently, we don't. So anyway, hope y'all had a great Monday. Thank you to Liv for covering my rear end while I was out. And Adrian for pushing all the right buttons. Did you push all the right buttons? Okay. He says he did, so that's good. Yes, I wasn't here yesterday. So hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, and we appreciate you so much for tuning in today. So Megan, tell us a little bit about your involvement at the library.
Okay. I am Megan Lutz. I'm the children's librarian and the teen advisor at the Sylvester Memorial Wellston Public Library. I've been there now for 6 years, so we have a lot of upcoming programming, and our story times and things are starting to wind down, but we're getting ready to vamp up for a fun 2025 too. So
that is so fun. What a fun job you have.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine like dealing with the kiddos, and then you were saying you go all the way from like 0 up until the teens.
Yes, all age groups.
So you get to do the whole gamut.
Yes, the babies up to the teenagers. Yes, every age in between.
Who's more mouthy, the babies or the teenagers?
I would say the teens. The teens. But I love them. They're a great group. I have a really great teen group, but yeah.
I'll bet. I'm sure the things that come out of their mouths are awesome. So, okay. So the Wellston Library is the Sylvester Memorial Wellston Public Library.
Yes. Lengthy.
So where did that get that name?
There was I'm terrible with the library history, but there was a man named Sylvester. So it's actually, they
Oh,
built the library where his house used to be, that we're currently in right now.
Oh,
so, yes.
Okay. All right. And some of the programming that you all do, you're going to talk mostly about the kids stuff today.
Yes.
But like, is everybody welcome? Is it just a Wellston thing, or?
No, every county is welcome. We don't put any requirements or anything like that. Every town is welcome, and we try to welcome all ages as well. So.
Yeah, and as so many of you have met our friends from the Jackson Library, Megan here is from the Wellston Library, and that's kind of the whole point, is just to do programming to include everybody, and a lot of it is free of charge, which is so good.
Yes.
I mean, you don't get free much anymore. Yeah.
Nope, we try to utilize free programming, so we welcome everyone in our library. So yeah, we just We try to make it fun for all ages as well. We have an adult librarian as well. Her name is Connie Dickerson, and she does a wonderful job with the adults as well. She'll plan painting programming, card making programming, that they can make birthday cards and different things like that to take home with them, and a bunch of different things. So she does a wonderful job as well.
So, see, no matter what what age your kid at heart is, then you can still participate.
Yes, yes.
Well, very good. So, how have you noticed? You said you started 8 years ago, something like that. At the
6
library,
years
6
ago,
years ago at the
yes.
library, and how have you noticed things changing? So you made it through the pandemic and all of that.
Yes.
What have been some of the things that have evolved since you've been there?
We have started an art club since I've been there. We have also started a new program called the Lego Engineers Program.
Oh.
We have a Lego club that used to be for 5 to 14-year-olds, and we kind of extended that. So Lego Club is now for 5 to 11-year-olds, and Lego Engineers is for 12 to 18-year-olds. So we are expanding. Lego Club has continued to grow each month, so we kind of wanted to grow and utilize it more.
Love that.
Yes, we've done a few new things.
So tell me about, I never did play with Legos. Probably my parents just didn't want to step on them
I know.
as growing up, because I hear horror stories about that. But tell me, what do you do with Legos? I know that you can buy in a set and then you create something, but do people just use their own imagination as well, or how does that work?
So we have tables set out that we just kind of pour all the Legos out. We have the big tubs, and then we have the different baseboards and everything.
Okay.
And then we have a theme that night. So last month for Lego Club was dinosaurs. I guess that was November.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Fun.
remember what month we're in right now.
It's hard. This whole holiday thing is just woof.
So we have a theme, and they can build their creation based on that theme. And there's a first, second, and third place winner, and then we pick 7 honorable mentions. I don't do the judging because I'm there with them all night.
Sure.
But one of my coworkers do, and then we always keep their name hidden as well. So if it's someone's grandchild, they won't know.
So it's fair.
Yes. So there's a first, second, and third place winner, and they have to be present at our next Lego Club or next Lego Engineers to win their prize.
Oh.
So we always encourage them to come back. So
you have to be pretty creative when it comes to that. Legos would be problem solving and creativity and all of this all at one time.
yes, they do a wonderful job. All the kids do. So
That sounds like a blast.
yes. It's a lot of fun.
And I love it because it's kids, that are 4 can play with Legos, and kids that are 40 can play with Legos.
Yes, for everyone. Yes.
Just a thing. Just a
Yeah.
thing. All right. Well, let's talk about some of the fun programming that you have implemented and are doing at the library
Okay.
for the kids all the way up through the teens.
Okay. First, we have our Christmas card programming that is coming up on Thursday, December 5th from 6 to 7:30. We welcome kindergarten through 5th grade. Preschoolers are always welcome with an adult present, and that is to make Christmas cards for the local nursing homes. So
That
we
is
have
such a huge deal. You all have done that for some time.
probably 15 to 20
Thank you.
years.
That is
previously.
amazing.
Thank you. We really love it. We have 220 cards to make. We always try to encourage the children to stay until all of the cards are decorated, so we can get them all completed and everything. And my teens and I, we actually visit the nursing homes and pass them out, and we Christmas carol to them as well. So everyone is kind of involved in this programming.
That's so awesome.
It's really great.
That is wonderful. And, Christmas is a time where you should be giving and thinking of others. And we should do that all the time, but, especially at the holiday time. So I think that is just so amazing that the nursing home residents have to love that.
They do. And a lot of them mention, too, that they don't get to see their families. So some of them, their tearful and just really joyful that we're there to spend time with them and just taking that time out of our day. So they really enjoy it.
Yeah, because we all get busy, and it's really easy to not.
Yes.
So
Yes.
think about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you so do the kids start from scratch with the cards, or how does that work?
Well, we have all of the supplies and everything provided already. So we have the cards folded in half, and then there are a lot of patrons that donate the half of their Christmas cards once they're done with them to
Okay.
decorate it. So we have glue and different things. They can decorate
Aw.
with markers and stickers and a bunch of different things. So
Love
they can
that.
use their creativity, but a lot of the time too, we have items that they're able to glue on as well.
Very, very good. So each one's like truly unique.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yep.
And if somebody wants to participate in that, you said it's this coming Thursday.
Yes.
And how would they do that?
They just attend a library program. There's no registration or anything like that. They basically just show up. The doors open at 5:45, and then the program is from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So even adults, if they would like to come and help as well, it's not just for the children. We have a lot of parents that stay, and they help
Yeah.
create too. So yes, we welcome all to that as well too. So
220?
20 cards, yes.
So come help those 220
Yes.
cards.
Yes.
That is so fun. Absolutely. Okay, so that's number one
Yes.
coming up.
Yes. We also have our December Art Club. That will be on Friday, December 6th, so this coming Friday.
Okay.
Same time for that as well, 6 to 7:30 p.m. And with Art Club, it's really nice because my teens and I plan out kind of the crafts that we'll be making, and then the kids are able to make the crafts however they would like during the program, and then they get to take them home. So Art Club is well loved because they get to take their items home with them. So
Well, yeah, you get to show off your handiwork.
yes.
Put it on the refrigerator, right?
Yes. Yep. Yes. So
So what are some of the things that you'll be doing?
we have planned a yardstick that they can make, to a snowman yardstick that they can kind of decorate or measure the snow with. And then
Fun.
we have a glitter mosaic snowman sign that they can make as well. And then I believe we had beaded ornaments as well that they can make throughout Art Club. So we change it up. We try not to make the same craft twice. So we're always looking for new ideas, and we paint a lot. I don't mind messy crafts. I don't think we're painting this time, but we love to paint and find different ways to paint. I know there's one time that we used shaving cream and paint to kind of make a creation in there. So it's kind of like a puffy paint almost. So
Fun.
yes. It was a lot of fun. They really enjoyed that.
Love that.
Yes.
And is that every Friday, or is it?
Well, we try to do that once a month.
Okay.
So with our evening program, since it is school age, we like to offer that in the evenings. So it's after school and after
Sure.
they get home, homework, and all of those things as well. So,
Okay. And
yeah.
so this coming Friday, you can come and do the art club.
Yes.
Now, do you have to sign up ahead of time
No,
for that?
no registration is required for that either. So
You're making this easy.
I'm trying.
Don't have to be a planner. This is good.
Yes.
It's good for a lot of parents too, I would
Yes.
say. Okay, so we have that. We talked about the Lego Club. Now, if you're in the Lego Club, do you need to sign up or you just show up for that as
Yes,
well?
you can just show up for that as well. I do take phone numbers, first and last name when they show up just for attendance, but I can do that the day of. So there's no pre-registration or anything like that that's needed. So
Okay. And that sounds like a lot of fun. I've just, like I said, I've never done like the Lego thing, but it seems
Yes.
like that would get like addicting.
yes, they enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, that would be fun. Okay, so is there a place where people can find like information about all the things that we're talking about if it's just gone kind of like over
Yes.
their heads?
So we have our events posted, our monthly events like that posted on our Facebook business page, and we also have some on our website. We are actually launching a new website that we don't have any specific information of when that will be up and running, we'll definitely keep everyone updated on our Facebook page for that as well. But everything will be on our website as well. So still have our normal website now, and then we'll be switching to our new one hopefully very soon. So
Okay, and with that, you'll be able to keep that maybe a little bit more updated. But
Yes.
so is the current website is up still,
Yes,
so you can
yes.
check that too.
Yes.
And then what's the Facebook page called?
It's just our lengthy library name there. It's Sylvester Memorial Wellston Public Library. So if you can remember all of that, but
Just start with Sylvester Memorial. You'll get
it'll
there.
probably pop up.
Yeah, it
hopefully.
probably will. Probably will. Okay, so let's talk about some of the other things that you have planned. So I don't know, like Christmas time is so busy, and I know that you all have some crafts and things like that planned. But I know that you're also looking forward to the new year and
Yes.
like having to plan all of that stuff out.
Yes. So we will be starting our art club again in January, and that will run January through May. It's typically the first Friday of the month, unless it's a holiday week. So I believe this coming January, it will be, let me see here, it will be January 10th for our first one,
Okay.
and then it kind of just goes every month until May for that.
Fun.
Yes.
And what will be some of the things that you'll do in that?
We're not too sure on the
Oh.
following. We kind of plan it monthly
Okay.
for the following month. So we usually don't share too much of the crafts that we'll be making because
Okay.
sometimes we have to switch things out the day of.
Never
or
know, do
if
you?
it doesn't work, I try to make the trial run, and sometimes we have to switch it. But yes, we always usually have at least 2 to 3 crafts prepared, and then they can make it however they would like to. So
What have been some of the examples that you've done in the past?
So in November, we made a sock turkey, and then we made a turkey painted pot. So we're always trying to do
Kind of with the
different things.
theme of the
Yes,
season and
yes.
stuff like that.
Yes, we pick different themes. So for this month, it'll be snowman themed, and then kind of so on and everything like that. So
Cute. And you can't believe, I mean, we are coming up. It is December 3rd
yes,
already. So the first of the year is less than a month away,
yes,
which is just eerie.
it's flown by.
Yes, it has. But lots and lots of fun things planned.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so you have the art club. You're going to continue, I assume, with the Legos, right?
Yes. Lego Club and Lego Engineers. That will be the second Thursday of the month, beginning in January and lasting until May. That's thankfully one program we don't have to change too much due to holidays and different things like that. So, and of course, we will post all of those events and everything on our page and our website. But if it's the second Thursday, we're probably having Lego Club. So, and
come
Lego
on out.
Engineers, yes.
Very cool. No, I think that is so neat. So what else do you have going on?
We also offer a weekly preschool story time. That is for 3 to 5 year olds. And we have an hour of story time, finger plays, and we always end each session with a craft. So no pre-registration for that either. They're more than welcome to just come. We have that on Mondays from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. and then on Tuesdays from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. We like to offer 2 days for different preschool schedules, especially in Wellston.
Makes sense.
So they're the same program both days. We just like to accommodate for those preschool schedules.
Yeah, so whichever one's most convenient
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
Okay. And what are some of the rules around that? I assume parents need to come.
Yes. Yes.
Don't drop them off at the curb.
So, right now, sometimes we've had it where parents have sat kind of on the juvenile side and they'll walk back with me. I have a line leader and someone to carry my name tags for me. Of course, I always welcome the parents to come back with me. It's not a situation where leave your kids. But just because they like to see what they are doing as well. And it's more independent kind of with them to help prepare them for kindergarten, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So we like to have them sit in chairs, listen to the stories, and then I try to help them with their craft as well so they can kind of have that independence and learn kind of how to take instructions and listen to those as well. So we walk through the craft step by
with
step.
preschoolers.
Yes.
Fun.
Yes. They do a really good job, though. Especially the group I have this year. They are very good listeners, and they like to
Good.
patiently wait. So and that's hard for this age group, but they do a really good job.
I mean, it's hard for people, that are 40 to
Yes.
just sit still anymore. But
Yes.
that is so cute. I love that they're learning to be little adults.
Yes, they do a wonderful
little
job.
grown-up humans.
Yes.
Very, very cool. What's the funniest? I'll bet you've had some funny stuff happen.
I can't even think off the top of my head what has happened, but they're a good group. They are. They do a good job.
Very, very cool. Okay, so the preschool, and that's weekly, right?
Yes, that's weekly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's something that goes on. So you can take advantage of that, and then you move up from kind of like the preschoolers to, like what, the toddlers or the.
Yes.
Is that a whole other group?
Yes.
Okay.
Our toddlers is 18 months to 3 years old. So it's kind of similar, but their parents are all back with them. We put up a baby gate. That way we don't have
They're corralled.
We don't have any babies escape on us because they are fast and we can't catch them.
How are they so fast?
I know. Yes, they are very fast. But it's basically the same thing. They just have a little bit more assistance with their parents during that program. And those are on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So,
Okay.
yes.
So feel free to bring your kids for that too. And
Yes.
again, all of this stuff is free.
Yes, everything is free.
What a fun job you have, because it's like every day is like Christmas. You get up and you're doing something different all the time.
Yes, I feel like not every day is the same. So it
Yeah.
changes and different personalities and different kids. So I really love it.
Especially when you're going all the way from the tiny ones all the way up
Yes.
to like seniors in high school.
Yes.
That's definitely a huge jump.
Yes. Yes. And it's actually, I have the toddlers and my teens in the same day. So having the 18-month-old to an 18-year-old.
Like, I got to switch this in my brain real fast.
Yes.
I kind of liken this, though, to what we talk about when our friends from 4-H and some other entities come in. And it's like you start as a youngin' and you grow up, and then those people that were young then become a little bit older, and then they teach the young ones and so on and so forth. So by the time you get up to be like 16, 17, you're teaching all the young kids.
Yes.
So it's like so cool because you start as the young one and then you move on up.
Yes, a switch. Yes.
Yeah. So how do you see that evolves over time, like your teenagers as they get older?
Well, we try to stay active in our school systems too, whether that is taking program bookmarks or just visiting the schools as well, talking about different programming. We try to be just very involved and let the kids know, hey, we offer stuff at the library as well. So that's kind of how everything kind of keeps going. And honestly, with the teen group as well, it's word of mouth. So friends inviting other friends, that helps, I think, more than anything I can do, just because they can say, hey, this is fun. Do you want to join me? So that really helps a lot. And of course, I think it does help to take bookmarks and things to the schools as well, but reading it on a paper versus your friend telling you, hey, this is really fun, I want you to join me.
It's like positive peer pressure.
It's a lot different, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool. So what would be some of the things that the teens are doing?
Okay, so we like to be very involved in our community. So just like the Christmas caroling at the nursing home and passing out the Christmas cards, that's one way.
That's awesome.
They are also involved in helping with the Lego club and art club. So
Okay.
they're there to help me out and everything. We've also visited the Jackson County Dog Pound as well, walked dogs for them, volunteered there.
Oh, I'm sure all the kids just hated that.
I think that's their favorite. I think that's why they're in top.
Let me go walk dogs. Okay.
So they also help a lot in the schools with visits and everything like that, helping
Okay.
with different programming. So they're just very involved, and they also earn community service hours in school. So that helps a lot too. I
Sure.
believe in Wellston you have to have so many hours to graduate. So I always kind of put that in there too. Hey, make sure to come get your service hours.
Exactly.
But yes, we're involved in a lot of different ways. We've even done cleanup around Wellston as well, cleaning up
Okay.
trash and different things. So it's not just all
Look
the
at
fun stuff.
you.
We try to clean up and do things as well. So
Yeah, and I think one of the coolest things that the schools have done, I think, is encouraging the kids or forcing them, for lack of better words, to do some community service to graduate. Like,
Yes.
there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you shouldn't have to be in trouble to have to do
Yes,
that. You know what I
right,
mean? Like,
absolutely.
you should just be doing it and get out in the community, and you'd be surprised the people that you meet and the things you learn along the way
yes,
by doing that.
yes. They do a
Opens your
wonderful
eyes.
job.
So there you go. So that's a good way to earn those
Yes.
community service hours, and especially by doing something, horrible like walking dogs as a dog pound.
Yes.
Oh, I get to play with puppies. Okay.
I think that's their favorite part
Yeah,
for sure.
I
We
can
haven't
see
been
that.
able to do that for a little bit, just scheduling wise and
Sure.
everything like that. But I'm hoping to get back into that, especially in the springtime. So
Very cool. So how do you become a member of like the teen advisory board?
So basically, you just kind of show up.
Okay.
And if it's something
You guys make this so easy.
We have bi-weekly meetings on Wednesdays, so we don't meet every week. It's every
Okay.
other week. We'll be starting back in January as well for that on January 15th. So if you enjoy our meetings, we always do our schedule just for our week or our bi-weekly meetings, and then anything extra is added on to that time. So we may sometimes meet every week, but it's not a meeting week. So
Okay.
but yeah.
So, and then when the kids get together, what are some of the things that they do at the meetings, just so we can kind of fill them in?
So we plan and implement future programming, like the art club. I ask for volunteers for Lego club, different things
Okay.
like that. We also plan different things and talk about different teen events that we may want to do. So it's kind of more of like a business meeting at first, and
Yeah.
then we kind of implement those programming later in the month and different things like that. I try to talk about it in enough time frame, so it's not, by the way, we need you tomorrow. Can you do this? I try to
be
give
a
them
little
at least
prepared.
a week or two. Yes. Yes.
No, that sounds like a lot of fun, and also you're getting the kids ready for future like meetings and things like that,
Yes.
where they have to sit and they have to listen and be prepared and plan and all
Yes.
that.
We have an agenda. We have roll call to make sure everyone's there. We have minutes from a previous meeting that we
Okay,
read.
so you're learning all that.
Yes,
Good.
yes. They help me if there's any grammar errors or misspellings. We read through those together. They help me correct them. So it's very kind of professionally done during our meetings. And then, of course, it's not always just serious or anything like
Sure.
that, but we are trying to help prepare them for those kind of things as well. So
Yeah, because they're right around the corner from it
yes.
all.
Yes, they are. Yes.
I'll bet it's hard to see like some of the kids go. I mean, you've seen
is.
them all through, like
Yes.
growing up through, and then you're like, oh, you're going off into the big
Yes,
world.
It is sad. I'll be losing in the spring. I don't want to say losing, but there are several seniors I have this time, and it's always hard to lose the seniors because they're the you've had them probably the longest, and
Sure.
they've really grown up and they've done well. So I'm excited for them for their new chapter of life, but
Exactly.
it's always a little bit sad whenever you lose a senior. So
I know it becomes kind of like family,
Yes.
you know? It
Mhm.
really does. Well, very cool. So what are some of the other things that you all have going on,
So-
planning up toward the new year?
this is a little bit switching gears, but we also have a Valentine card program that we will be doing.
Fun.
It's basically the same as the Christmas card program. We'll be making the same amount, 220. But of course, it's Valentine cards this time, so they're shaped in little hearts. Well, kind of big hearts, but they
Aw,
decorate, usually
love
just one
that.
side. And then that is on January 30th. So it's technically right around the corner.
Can you believe it?
For that,
Ugh.
yes. Yep.
Gosh.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and then you mentioned something on the sheet here about the bouncing babies story time. Now that sounds fun.
Yes, this is a new program for our library. We've never offered anything younger than toddler time because honestly, I didn't know how to run a program for babies.
I mean, I could see that.
Yes.
Like,
So this is
It'd be
for
challenging.
0 to 18 months, of course, babies. So we're all basically seated on the floor, and it's a lot of lap bounce songs. So everything can be done in their parents' or grandparents' lap. So we do a lot
Okay.
of songs, and we read a few short books. Story time itself usually doesn't last more than 30 minutes. You gotta kind of keep it moving
Sure.
so we don't lose their attention. And then we have playtime after, so they can really interact with each other and kind of play and learn how to share and everything
I'll
at
bet
an
that is
early
a
age.
hoot and a half. That's going to be hilarious.
They actually do really well. We
Good.
started it over the summer.
Okay.
It was well received, so we started it back up in the fall, and it ended at the end of October. I kind of wanted to end it before all sickness and everything started back up.
Yeah.
So this program won't start back up until March, just to kind of miss that.
Let flu season get out of the way. Yes.
So it was very well received, though. We have a lot of teachers that bring their child. So we do it on Tuesdays at 4:30. So this will run at the
Okay.
beginning of March and run until the end of April.
So every Tuesday
yes.
at 4:30.
Beginning in March, yes. Yes.
I love that. That is such a fun program.
Yes, we love it. And a lot of our songs and things stay the same. We may switch out maybe one or two, but we like that repetition so the children can really learn them. There was a few songs over the fall that they knew them from the summertime, so they were really excited. They were really doing kind of the motions there, and it's
Aw.
more of things like clapping your hands, stomping your feet. That way they can recognize different body parts as well, to kind of learn with that as well. So we love it. We love the babies.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. It would
Yes.
be so fun.
Yes, it is very fun.
Very, very cool. So what is your I'm just thinking about, you've been there for 6 years. What do you love about working at the library?
I love being able to work with all different ages. So sometimes I work the front desk as well too. So I see all different patrons of every age, everyone basically. I think I like that just range. It's never the same day. You always have something different. You're always seeing new faces. You're always
I could see that.
just helping out the community and trying to do better for everyone. So I really enjoy that.
Love that. So what are some of the things that, because I know when we've had our friends from the Jackson Library and they start talking about some of the side things that they have going on, you know, like they have like these kits you can check out and different things. I'm like, oh my God, I had no idea the library had all of this stuff. So what are some of the things maybe that people, obviously we think of a library and you go in and you check out a book.
Mm-hmm.
You get your library card. Is that still a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You get your library card. How do you do that?
If they've never had one before, for the adults, all they will need is their photo ID.
Okay.
And then if they've never had it before, it's free, and all they have to do is basically sign a paper, and then we do mail out their library card for proof of address, but they can still check out items and get on the computers and different things like that. If they are a child, they need a parent or guardian to fill out the paper for them. So,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So get your library card.
Yes.
And then you can have library cards at wherever you want to have library cards. You know, you can have one here in Jackson, one in Benton
Yes.
County, one in Oak Hill, one in Wellston.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
All the libraries.
You can use them all because you're welcome. And but no, I think that people get into this whole stodgy, you have to sit and be quiet and can't, live at the library.
Yes.
And I think because movies have made us think that, but that's not that way at all.
No.
So what are some of the other fun things that you have at the library that people might not know about?
We also offer Hoopla and Libby. Those are apps that you can download on your phone with your library card number, and you can download digital books, movies, music, different things like that on those accounts, and all you would need for that is your library card. So that's something I like to utilize for Hoopla. To listen to my audiobooks. I drive a lot, so I like to listen to my books. So things like that they may not be familiar with, and of course it's free through our library. So we are also partnered with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library as well, so kids can get their free book up to 5 years old. So that's something that's completely free for them as well to sign up and use that we're partnered with.
Yes,
so
super
that's another great way as well.
I know I was telling my niece about it. She has a little girl that just turned 2. And I was like, do you have her signed up for the Imagination Library? And she's like, the what? And I'm like, okay. So she sent me a message the other day. She's like, this is fantastic.
Yes.
It's so cool. And who doesn't love you some Dolly, right?
Yes, yes.
So I think that's wonderful to encourage kids to read. And I used to read so much when I was little and just loved it.
Yes.
Loved it. Who was it the other day we were talking about the Judy Blume books, and I was like, is that still a thing? Because when I was growing up, you went through all the Judy Blume.
Yes.
You had to go through the gambit of that, and whoever I was talking to said that yes, that's still a thing.
Yes.
They just changed the cover.
Yes. I think those are still really popular. Yes.
Isn't it wild that you can write a book that's still relevant and is kind of timeless?
Yeah, it is.
Because you know why? Because the stuff that she talks about is relative to especially some of the girl stuff and whatever. You're like, yep, it happens to all of us.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
So Hoopla and some of those digital things, are they easy to use? I've never used them before.
Yes, they're just an app that you can download. I feel like they're very easy to use.
Okay.
But if someone would have a question of how to use it or anything, they just give us a call and we're able to help them with that. So.
Okay, and you said there's music and books.
Yes,
and all
there's
kind of stuff.
music and movies and other different things that they can utilize.
Do they keep kind of update on the books like kind of newer books, or are they older books, or how does it work?
I feel like it's a good mix of both.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So you can find something that you haven't read before.
Mm-hmm.
Because I laugh at my mom. My mom's one of those people that picks up a book and like 10 minutes later she's read the whole thing because she
Yes.
reads so fast. And so then she'll be like getting a book and then she's like, oh, shoot, I already read that
Yes.
one.
Yes, we have that too. Yep.
So it's like nice to be able to have access to other things that you could perhaps download and all that. Okay, so you have the Hoopla and all that. So what are something else that you have at the library that people might not know? Can people just come in and read?
Yes. Yep.
Like, is that still a thing?
Yes.
That just seems to me like that would be the most relaxing day of my life.
Yes.
Just come in, sit and read a book in quiet.
And sometimes too we have patrons that bring in their personal laptops that they need schoolwork and different things like that. So they use our Wi-Fi, and they're able to kind of sit in the warmth and do that as well. So
Okay, so
Yes.
you're able to do that if you
Yes.
have some, I assume maybe you have some printers and stuff as
yes,
well?
hmm
Okay, and then if somebody doesn't have a computer, do you have computers
Oh
that
yes,
they can
yes.
use?
We also have computers that they can use with a library card as well. So those are just several different ways that they can kind of utilize our library and things like that. So
Very cool. And we were talking about this too, like the card catalog and whatever. Oh, I know who I was talking with. Bree, that has Bookish by Bree now, and I don't know if you know her or not, but she has a little bookstore here in town, and she's also the children's or the librarian at the middle school.
okay.
And so I was like, so do we still do like Dewey Decimal System and all that? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh my God, I spent all these years being forced to learn it, and now I don't have to.
Yes.
Drat. I probably wouldn't know how to use it today anyway, but so how are books and things arranged at the libraries now?
So, for the most part, they are in alphabetical order. Adult is all alphabetical. Most of mine is alphabetical until you get back to the easy books. We just do those in letter order. I thought when I first started 6 years ago that those needed to be in alphabetical order too, and the previous librarian said that would take you all day, every
Forever,
day.
yeah.
So we just do letter order there, but everything else is basically alphabetical or in number order and alphabetical there as well. So for nonfiction.
Okay, so you can just do away with the Dewey Decimal, like you can save brain space by expelling that from your head.
Yes.
It's like cursive writing. So, okay, here's the thing. Like, so we were talking about that the other day. Did you learn cursive in school?
I was homeschooled, but yes, I learned
Okay.
cursive. Yes.
Because it is so funny to talk to the different generations, and some people did, some people didn't,
Yes.
some people learned it in school, and then that was the last time they ever did it. Like, it's just kind of wild to me that that's like not a thing
Yes.
anymore. I was like, what did you do all of third grade? Because I feel like that was my entire third grade year was learning cursive.
Yes. Yep.
Very, very cool. Okay, so when you come in, and do you have the books in categories or like fiction and
Yes.
nonfiction?
Fiction, nonfiction. For the adults, mystery. They have magazines. We have DVDs. We have westerns. Paperbacks, biographies, different things like that. We also offer new books for all of those different categories as well. Science fiction, and then mine isn't really, unless it's nonfiction, it's not really in a specific category, but if there is always something that you would be looking for, I can always help and assist with that. But
Sure, yeah, because that's what you're there
yes,
for.
that's right. I'm
That's
there for that.
the whole point. So what are some of the books and like titles that kids are reading today that wouldn't have been, like a few years ago when I was growing up?
I feel like Five Nights at Freddy is very popular right now. The more scary, I kind of feel like that's
Okay.
every age group, right? Well, I wouldn't say every age group, but I feel like I hear that title a lot more,
Okay.
even from younger kids. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, that's usually pretty popular. Just several different things. Of course, sports books and things like that, those are always popular. So there's just a kind of a wide variety there.
Okay, back to this Freddy thing. What is
Yes.
that?
It's more of a scary series,
Okay.
so if you're really young, I probably wouldn't read that one, but I haven't read it either, but I think there's like a movie or something out about it, but that's kind of a
Adrian, did you
popular
read
one.
those?
Yes, think scary Chuck E. Cheese. That's kind of the idea.
Scary Chuck E. Cheese?
Like haunted animatronics in a pizza place.
Okay.
I'm not saying I recommend it. I'm just saying that's something that gets requested a lot. So
It is funny though. Like I can remember my mom buying me like, groups of books from different places, trade them around or whatever. And there was this one book and it was called The Boy That Saw Bigfoot or something. And I can remember like I started reading that story. And I had like nightmares forever. I was like, and I'm sure the other kids read it and it didn't bother them at all. But I was for sure that Bigfoot was outside my window and the whole situation. It was horrible.
I
so
don't
it
think
is
I've
funny.
heard of that one.
Yeah, well, it was 100,000 years ago when I was young. So
Minecraft books, I feel like, are always really popular as well. Different building books and different things like that. Lego books are really popular as well.
wait, there's books about Lego,
Yes.
like how to build them, or
Both storyline of Legos and also how to build them. So those are both really popular as well. Minecraft, I
Interesting.
feel like, is most requested. So we've tried to order some of those and utilize that. But so.
Well, very good. You guys just have so much fun stuff going on.
We try to.
And then you also have adult programming as well.
Yes,
So,
yes.
we were here kind of talking about the kids stuff today,
Mm-hmm.
but that sounds like a blast. And there's
Yes.
always something going on at the library, so you can contact the Wellston library or one of wherever you're listening, your local libraries, but certainly love all the kid programming that you have going
Thank you.
on. You're doing so great.
Thank you. I
No, thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Well, very good. Well, Megan, is there anything else you wanted to tell our viewers while you're here?
I just want to thank everyone for their support of our programming. And if you are listening, we would love to have you at our library and we would love to see you. So I really appreciate having the time to speak about our library programming and kind of raising some more awareness for our programming.
Sure.
So yes, thank you.
Well, would you come back soon and see us and tell us some more things that you have planned
yes,
up?
absolutely.
Well,
yes.
very good. All right. Well, our good friend Pete Wilson just walked in. He has on his red shirt, which means I'm thinking that the Jackson Ironmen are doing something tonight. Yep. Okay. And I'm thinking that it may or may not be the first men's basketball game. Yep. Okay. All right. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's hear from our friends at Vinton County Bank, and then we'll switch out and be back on the other side.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back, and our good friend Pete Wilson is here, as I said, with his Jackson Ironman red shirt on, which means game night.
Right. In case you haven't had the radio on or, your streaming channels on, the high school basketball season is underway. The girls actually started a week before the boys. The boys started last weekend, and everybody will be playing their first games or among their first games this week. The Ironmen, as you deduced, are playing tonight against the Athens Bulldogs. And so that it is the first game of the regular season for Coach Max Morrow. And so the broadcasting crew will be there to broadcast that. Pre-game, we'll have the Max Morrow show to kind of set the table. But
Is it a home game?
It is a home game.
Okay.
Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, Vinton County on our local Jackson Vinton stations, and then on the Total Media Network, which is sprawling, as you know now. We've got basketball games in multiple counties in this area. I can't even begin to try to keep up with the schedule, but live radio broadcasts and lots of streaming accompanying those games.
I have one question for you, Pete. Do you or do you not have more than one red shirt?
I have 2 red shirts.
Okay, so you have a backup in case
Yes.
there would be a shirt catastrophe.
Yeah, I have a backup, right? And I even
I
have
worry about that.
I even have a third one that just comes out once a year for alumni. It's got a JI on it. The only reason I don't wear it more, the pocket is sewn shut. And a journalist's got to be able to get
We
to
all
his
know
pens.
how Pete Wilson is with his pockets.
Right. See, I have 2 pens, and that is a deficit because, see, it is possible for 2 pens to run out in the same meeting or the same ball game.
It is. You are
and
correct.
Then fingers don't have ink. So.
Oh my.
But anyway, that's just shop talk.
That's neither here nor
All
there.
right. Well, we're going to do some news now, and it's going to be mostly good news today.
Okay,
I might
love
feed
that.
might feed you some bad news tomorrow.
Oh,
but
great.
But anyway, have you ever heard of Ben Tracy?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, he deserves some attention, and he's going to get some now. He's going to get some. He already got some on the radio. He's going to get some in the paper tomorrow. There is a local angle because he was in Vinton County over the weekend, and why
Okay.
we should pay attention to him. This is what this man is doing. You know how hard it is to run a marathon, right?
No, I don't, because I've never attempted
Okay,
it.
well, but
yeah,
you can guess.
I can only imagine.
Okay, well, let me
yes.
tell you what Ben Tracy is doing. He's in the process of doing. He's actually at least 3/4 of the way through this project. He is running 120 marathons in 120 consecutive days.
That's
A
impossible.
marathon a day. A lot of the people when they train for a marathon, whether they're they've done it before or they're new, they train for a long time, and then they're kind of on the shelf after a marathon.
Yeah, for
because
like
of
a
what
year.
It does to you. And he may not be breaking any land speed records when he does this, but he is actually running a marathon each day. The 120 days, starting in San Francisco. I don't have the start date, but he started in San Francisco.
What?
And he's going to end in Ocean City, Maryland on Friday, December the 20th. Now, most of the route that he is taking follows U.S. Route 50, which, of course, as we know, goes right through
Sure.
Benton County, from west to east.
So he's not necessarily running in a marathon. He's running the miles of a marathon.
He's running the miles of a marathon,
Okay.
and that is 26 miles, 385 yards, in case you don't know that. But anyway, now this is not like some personal thing of physical endurance or to establish some kind of running record or Guinness's Book of World Record things. He is doing it for a cause.
Okay.
And so I feel like we should tell you about that since he's doing this much, right?
Agreed.
Okay. Well, he is running. He is an expert. He's a speaker, an online presenter about the dangers of social media to youth. All right. And this isn't just exposure to some of the communications that youth may get, some of the bad information or dangerous information they get. It's to the point where different young people have died because of exposure to social media, because of what they learn there or the information they get, what they do because of what they see on social media, everywhere from drugs to trafficking, sex trafficking, to meeting someone who means you harm.
Yep.
Each state that he's in, he is highlighting a person who died because of some social media interaction or information. And in Ohio, that is a young man from Dayton who, I'm going to get his name here for you, a young man from Dayton whose name is Zach Jones. He died from a social media choking challenge, where there was a challenge about you choke yourself, and he died as a result of that. I'm not exactly sure of the details, but it was a choking challenge,
Well, it's the
and
same thing
he ended up dying as a
That's
result.
crazy. Eating Tide Pods and putting what's that stuff? Hand sanitizer on yourself and setting yourself on fire and
Right.
all the other crazy things that
Right, but and he
people saw.
he this is
How sad.
His 100th marathon. His 100th marathon of this 120 day was Saturday. That's where he started at Londonderry, just on the west edge of Vinton County. Ross County, Londonderry. There's Londonderry addresses, I think, in Vinton County. Followed Route 50 all the way to Prattsville. Prattsville is a little crossroads place, not too far from where you turn to go to Lake Hope if you're going north there. So that's on the eastern end of the county. And then on Sunday, he exited the county and went into Athens County, and I believe yesterday crossed into West Virginia. But
Wow.
But as I said, 26 miles, 385 yards. You know, I don't know whether he does it all at once, but he does it in the course of a day.
How do you run down 50? I feel like that's like death waiting to happen.
I'm not sure
I
how
hope
he
he
does
has
that.
some spotters or something.
Adrian, did you have the picture there of Ben? That is along Route 50 right there. That is an actual shot of him
Wow.
in Vinton County. I never had a direct contact with him. I never talked to him on the phone, but I got online, sent an email, and he sent me an email back on Sunday, as a matter of fact.
Wow,
that
that's
was
amazing.
when he was exiting Vinton County. But from Saturday, he sent this picture, and this was when he must have gone through the middle of MacArthur, of course. But this is somewhere on 50 where you know he's got his back to you, but he is actually jogging right there.
Wow.
in that photo.
Good for you, buddy.
So, you know, he has been a leading voice through online safety education, speaking to hundreds and thousands of students, parents, and educators. He got on this kick about social media, and it isn't just, you know, about some of the dangerous things you might hear. It's where, you know, lives are even endangered
Well,
because of some of the things
absolutely.
you see on social media. He put some things on social media as a teenager that were not good, and that cost him getting his first job because somebody went back and looked at his social media record, which, you know, whether you like it or not, it's out there.
It's the thing.
It's out there.
Yep.
You know.
Don't post it if you don't want someone to find
Right.
it.
You know, and so anyway, he is honoring people who have died because of social media interaction or influence. Some have died by suicide after cyberbullying. Some have fallen victim to online predators or unknowingly purchased fentanyl that or drugs that was laced with fentanyl that led to, you know, a fatal overdose.
Yep. Do you know I was in Cincinnati over the weekend, and we were at a place where I'm trying to think. I don't want to say where I was, but it was a large restaurant bar place that many people go to all the time. And in the girls' bathroom, and I've never seen this in my entire life, there were fentanyl test strips in a thing, in like a
Oh, wow.
yeah, and it said something about use these if you feel unsafe or what. And I was like, wow, I have never in my life seen that. Like, I guess good for them, but I'm like, wow, the fact that you have to even have that's a thing is scary.
Right. Well, you know, it's I
just
guess
never-
I guess anything to save a life there.
Sure.
So you know, I know there's a lot of debate about those sort of things, the Narcan and you know, doing the drug needles, the safe drug needles, or whatever. You can make an argument all ways on that, I guess.
I
But-
mean, you can, but
but anyway, Ben Tracy, you got to give him a lot of
Good for
credit. He's
you,
going
Ben.
to end up in Ocean City, Maryland. We'll have a story in Wednesday's paper on that. But we received an email that he was passing through Jackson, Vinton counties. As it turned out, it was just Vinton County.
Yeah.
But we wanted to acknowledge, you know, what he's doing, and it became a local story.
That's gotta
because
get cold.
He was through Vinton County, exactly. Oh yeah, no, really cold weather right
Yep.
now. But a couple other things we want to tell you about. It was also cold on Thanksgiving morning, if you remember. But the Jackson Area Family Activity Center, former YMCA.
good for you. You did that really well.
Right, had its turkey trot.
Yes.
That's something that's been going on for a while there, and this was the first time under the new management, and the new name at the former YMCA. That is Patrick Armstrong. He lugged that flag through the turkey trot, which that is a 5K, which is 3.1
Sure.
miles. You know, that's a long way too.
Yes, it is.
Patrick Armstrong, Jackson area. He's done that for a number of years, and so we took his picture. 145 people were in this, so you know, I wondered how that would go. Here are the winners. Clayton Newman is on the left. He has kind of organized the turkey trot for the organization for a number of years. It was very helpful to me on covering. Those are two young Oak Hill runners. Both are still in high school, who actually were the first place winners, male and female.
Nice.
In the middle is Walker Phobel. I dropped his name for cross country and track. Also, Addie
Sure.
Brown. That's little Addie Brown. She's a sophomore at Oak Hill High School.
That's awesome.
A major force in running, even though she's a will-o-wisp there. But she she won the women's side of that. So congratulations to both of them. And we had another picture there to show you too. That is Jason Prophet, who he didn't win the turkey trot, but he would have won the best dressed award.
That's so
and I
cute.
have to mention this too. I got this from his mother. Jason was modest and he didn't tell me this. He just wanted to help out the turkey trot. But I found out later that Jacob was the winner of the last Buckeye Standing Ultra Marathon race. I'm not even sure where that was. Jason is from Jackson but lives in Columbus now.
Yeah.
And on the Ultra Marathon, you just run as far as you can.
Yes.
And the winner is whoever runs the farthest. Jason Prophet, to win that, ran 133 miles.
That is just like I can't even fathom that.
That is close to about 5 marathons back to back.
Yeah, no, don't think so.
But anyway, he is the son of Rick and Tracy Prophet.
That's awesome.
And at the time I took that picture, I did not know that he had the ultra marathon background. But he was definitely dressed for the occasion. Also, I want to mention, we got all the Christmas related things that have been going on, and that a lot more will go on this weekend. But I wanted to give props to Steve and Melissa Hammond at the Hammond Hardware store in Hamden.
Okay.
They had their Hammond Hardware Hometown Christmas, is what they call it.
Say that 5 times fast.
Right. Well, and there, Santa Claus was there, of course.
Wow, look how handsome.
Right, exactly. And so Santa Claus made an early appearance there. That was on Saturday, went Saturday morning through Sunday afternoon, and one of the big attractions was horse and carriage rides. And as you can see there,
Oh, how
I'm not
pretty.
exactly sure how they set that up, but that was obviously, a popular thing there. And want to give Steve and Melissa Hammond credit for that. That is Steve Hammond behind the counter in the store. Steve is also the mayor of MacArthur, but the Hammonds purchased the old Souders hardware store in Hamden
Yep.
several years ago. And I tell you what, if you walk in there, a lot of great looking Christmas gifts.
Sure.
But I tell you, they have been loyal to the historic look of the hardware store.
Yep.
Not just on the outside, but on the inside too. It
The
looks
nostalgia.
it looks like an old-fashioned hardware store. Lots of things from yesteryear, and
Yes.
and quite an eclectic selection of gifts in there.
Yep.
It's a hardware store, but there's lots of kind of like decor, crafty gift items in there as well,
Yep.
and a lot of things that would be perfect for as a Christmas gift. So I want to give them credit. Also want to say that the Vinton County Community Blood Drive is going to be held tomorrow, Wednesday, December 4, at the MacArthur United Methodist Church. That's at 200 South Market Street. That's just before you get to the courthouse if you're coming in south on 93 on the right. It'll go from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. You have to register in advance. You can call 1-800-RED-CROSS, or you can go online to redcrossblood.org. This is a special extra blood drive being scheduled in Vinton County because of the shortage of blood.
It's so very important, yes.
Right. Give credit to Shelley Horvath for setting that up. We have that story online and in the paper as well. So we've run out of time. Let me see if there's anything really quick I need to tell you because of the deadline. The basketball preview, we talked about basketball before. It was in last Saturday's paper, and that is a perfect guide for you as you start the basketball season. It's got preview articles, just as we did for football, about all the basketball teams, boys and girls basketball in Jackson and Vinton counties. Got pictures, rosters,
Awesome.
schedules. It's the kind of thing you stick on the coffee table or in your drawer next to your computer, and you can check all year for names and rosters and schedules, pictures, coaches' records, all like that. Todd Compton, Brock Netter, Red Thompson Jr. all did a very good job with that. And so that was in last Saturday's paper. There's still copies of the paper here available. And of course, it's online as well. You can access all that information that way.
Very cool. See, you're here for everyone.
All right, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for Megan for stopping by and telling us some of the great kid programs that are going on at the Sylvester Memorial Wellston Public Library. And have fun at the game tonight, Pete.
All right, we will be there.
Okay. Well, have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.